So in 3, 2, 1, I should see myself there. It's like a stream delay. I don't know why. See, everything's fine. Everything's fine here. I'm fine here, people. How are you? We had a bit of turbulence back there, but I see lots of you already strapped yourselves in already, because you know what kind of journey that we're on this evening. I'm positive, and that's one hell of a journey. But you strapped yourselves in. Well done. Well done. You made it through the turbulence, and you're coming down with a cup of tea, maybe a nice glass of brandy. Maybe you've got a kitten under one arm and are stroking the kitten mysteriously. But you've come down for a gentle landing in my brain. So well done. Come in. It's a very squishy landing. And let's spend an hour or so inside my brain. So thank you. Hello. Are you all getting this? Are we loud? Are we clear? Can we, you know, make some noise, raise the roofs? How many people are here? I've got like 138 views, it tells me, and 13 likes. So brilliant. Apparently, if you like stuff, hello, I'm getting hellos. Apparently, this live stream thing, what you're supposed to do is like and comment and things. Apparently, I've been watching some Tim the Tatman and Dr. Zeb. I've been watching things and other things. I like reaction videos. There's this lady, what's her name? She's absolutely lovely. She's a millennial and in her early 20s and married, and she's from Tennessee or someplace. What's an Ashley Burton? I do highly recommend you check out Ashley Burton for because she's never seen Independence Day or Aliens and stuff like that. She's never had experienced the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and she's so expressive and so nice and so bubbly that I actually look forward to her podcasts. And I made a comment on one of the podcasts a while back. I never comment on other people's videos. Well, I do on 40k video. Okay. Apart from the 40k videos, what have the Romans ever done for us? So I never comment on other people's videos. Well, actually, no, I also do comment a bit every now and then on the paint and chat 40k videos and those sorts of things. So apart from the roads and the crime used to be terrible around here before the Romans showed up. Apart from that, I never comment on videos, and I commented on one of Ashley's videos saying your thing, she slowly fell in love with a younger Robert Downey Jr., I think it was. Or it was a Spider-Man. No, it was Spider-Man. It was Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 2. Watching her slowly fall in love with Tobey Maguire from Spider-Man 2. I think that's what it was. My brain. Anyway, I had to write a comment. And someone replied saying, it's funny to find Winters bump into my... Here's two worlds collide. My reaction video obsession and my 40k obsession. It was... You had to be there. Anyway, how are you? New Year's resolution, one of these a day, okay? I'm 99% there. Ginger Steve, hi, welcome to the chat. Thank you for the first donation of the evening. Love you very much. What's that behind you, Winters? Is that 100k YouTube subscribers trophy? Got any others like a No Retreat Legends trophy? Might need to see them. That's a good point, Ginger Steve, because I don't mention it very much, that I beat some of the best in the world to win the Legends trophy out of the Legends thing. That means I'm the legend of... I'll go and get it. Talk amongst yourselves for a few seconds. It's just next door, and I didn't put the drying rack in the way, so I won't knack my balls this time round. No, well, yeah, obviously you can milk. No, but yeah, but obviously you can milk a cow and some goats. You can milk some almonds as well, but I don't think you can milk that. So there we have our No Retreat. Hi, are we still here? Yeah. Thank you. So you're all still here. Good. How are you doing? I wanted to talk because I'm feeling a bit positive about 40k and 30k right now, which is news to me, and I'm sure it's news to you. And I know there'll be a few people out there saying, well, tell us why you're feeling positive about 40k when, let's face it, 40k right now is... Billy Joel didn't start the fire, as I put in my thing. We didn't start the fire, and we didn't start the fire either. Dave B, thank you for your donation. Love you, Dave. Thank you so much. He may be a legend, but he's not the champion of chaos. Dave, get out. Get out. Just go, okay? You can take your donation and jump, mate. Okay, it was a fix all along. What it was there was this chicken, and it kept running out of shot. It kept running across the battle grid, and every now and then it would knock over miniatures, and we wouldn't know where they were. And it was an attack corn chicken, and it would attack my... And that happened off camera all the time. I don't know where the chicken came from, and I don't know where it went either. Ultimately, I don't even know if Australia exists, because it's, you know, there's those videos. Does Australia exist? I don't think it exists. They're all made up actors. So yeah, I'm feeling positive about 40k right now. And 30k, where was I? Back to the beginning. 40k right now it's not something that a lot of people feel positive about. And let's just say I felt much more positive about 40k in the past, but I'm feeling positive about 40k right now. And you're asking, why are you feeling positive about 40k? And I'll say, whoa, it's not about you, it's about me. I'm not feeling positive about 40k. Well, I am feeling positive about 40k. But I'm feeling positive about 40k because that's piggybacked off of the feeling of feeling positive, which is a bit weird and alien to me. So this is about me. Jedi, thank you for being a member for 7 months. Love you. Love you so much. And you're doing the thing in the Discord. He's running a tournament for us in the Discord for the DZTV members. There's loads of DZTV member narrative, not tournaments, just narrative. Anyway, Jedi, thanks for doing that. Yeah, should mention, subscribe, become a member. You can support me in the deployment zone if you want extra videos. But yeah, do consider choosing to become a, and liking the screen. Right, so I'm feeling quite positive, which was a strange feeling for me. It started coming over me a couple of weeks ago. And I didn't know what it was. It's sort of like creeping, and there was some touching, and I wondered, what is this feeling? Because as you know, my mental health journey hasn't exactly been a secret. So yeah, we're going there, people. I'm feeling positive about 40k, and we're going to mental health straight away. But the reason why I do that is to set the foundation of how we got there, how I got there to how I got here. And part of the reason for me doing these live streams and not just filming videos and battle reports and putting battle reports up, which is something that I also do. Please like and subscribe. Yeah, as well as doing that, it occurred to me that that the future of YouTube, the future of media, there's more and more content creators. I'm a content creator apparently, and a twat, but I'm a content creator, and there's more and more of them just talking to the community out there, not just in 40k, but in gaming and in Haley, the YouTube channel that I mentioned at the start. She does like weekly unboxings and things. It's become part of the furniture now. That's one thing. But two, why has it become part of the furniture? It occurred to me, and it's become part of the furniture because people are interested in people, and that was and some of you are interested in me and my journey and what's going on, and that was never told to me so loudly than all the thanks and kindness that came out of the video that I made at my 7th year anniversary about a year and a half ago, nearly 2 years ago now. And all the positivity that poured out of that showed that there's people interested in the journey that I'm making. And I think that's where YouTube, and that's where this kind of medium, see, I've been really thinking about this, because you're depressed and you go like that and you keep doing it. And this type of medium allows people who are interested in me engage with me, and that blows my mind. And that's why I kind of delayed doing this for a long time. But here we are now. Alan Godfrey, thank you for your donation. I love you, fella. Content makes me positive. Bat reps are awesome. Made you start collecting Death Guard. Thank you. Sorry about collecting it, getting you into the collection. Sorry to your wallet. Sorry. So yeah, So part of the reason for me doing this is to talk about me. Some of you are interested in me and what's going on in my life and what's going on in my head, because I like to find that out with some of my people that I watch as well. So, and what's going on with me is I think I'm getting a bit better. I think it's taken a long time. And I did another video when I talked about finding a bit of joy again. It's taken a long time to look for... Let's turn it into a joke so that we don't drag everyone down. Let's just say, yeah, that's what my brain is going. No, let's lighten the feeling, lighten the feeling, lighten the feeling. But no, let's share. I said at the start, this is an intro into my own brain. So let's do this therapy together. Thank you for sitting on the couch there. Where was I? Dave B, yes, you can come back in now, but only if you behave yourself, okay? Settle down, stay at the back, and if you want to speak, please raise your hand. Thank you. So, God damn it, I forgot what I was saying. So let's talk about, yes, I was down for a long time. I started having moments of betterness and also started having moments of really badness. And over time, I have had less badness, but there's still some. But I've learned more. Anyway, so I was enjoying the ride. I found myself in the last couple of weeks thinking, I'm looking forward to the next heresy models. And I'm looking forward to the... well, I'm interested in the Chaos Space Marines Codex. It's actually quite nice. And the new Tyranid Codex is quite nice if you take away all the Chad from it. 30K's really got me interested in this positivity and this feeling of, actually, this is quite good right now. I'm looking forward for the first time in a long time. Not being able to look forward wasn't something that happened to me. It's something I did because I stopped a few things first. So, on my journey to liking 40K, I had to stop a few things. And the first thing I stopped doing really was, I realize how much of a privileged position this puts me in, that I can just, stop playing that army and start playing this army. I did that with AdMech because I don't have a PhD. So I thought, AdMech, no, please stop hurting me, go away. So I did that. That helped. And then Custodes came out and it was broken cheese, and now it's been faxed so many times that I don't know which way it's coming or going. So I got my 5,000 points worth. And AdMech, by the way, I love AdMech. I love AdMech. The 30k army that I still have is my 30k Mechanicus army. I've got over 6,000 points worth of painted AdMech for the Penitent Forge, not including the Titans that I've got painted in the colours of the Penitent Forge and the Knights. I love AdMech, and I can't wait for the 30k book Mechanicum to come out. And one of the reasons why I love AdMech, because people always ask, is because just as the Imperium, the mankind side of the Imperium, is vast and many layered. I mean, the Astartes are completely different from Guard, and the Guard are completely different from the Astropaths, and they're completely different from the Sisters of Silence, and they're completely different from your average hive worker. The Imperium is many layered, and the Mechanicus, or formerly known as the Mechanicum, is just as many layered, with different philosophies guiding different methods of war, from Ordo Reductor to the Myrmidon cults, and also different churches, different patterns of thought, as varied as the radical to the Puritan and radical inquisitors. They're on that scale. People in the AdMech are on that scale as well, which is why Belisarius Cawl is certainly not on the Puritan scale from Inquisition turns. He's definitely on the radical end of the scale as far as the AdMech are concerned, and he's an Archmagos. He's got unlimited power. Anyway, how did I get here? Shall we answer some questions? Your butt rap rip showed me how to play 40k. Oh, thank you. When I was 16, I played Warhammer. I'm now 42. Hey, that's like 20 plus years. I haven't been doing 40k for that long. So, or you played when you were 16 and now you're 42 and now you're back in it, Martin Brown. So well done. Hopefully, yeah, I haven't been around that long. Quipster Nerd, Fireside Chat 2 soon. Yes, definitely. Hit me up, Quipster Nerd. Check out Quipster Nerd on Instagram and things like that. What is this, YouTube? Now would be a good time to insert ads. Why are you giving me this? Just press that button and that gets rid of that. The Empyreans and Onion, Fireside Chat soon. Yes, talked about that. Ask Atari in the 30k universe. Yes, the Atari Legions. Well, they had a lot better guns back then. So there were more Colt Mechanicus and the Myrmidon Colts and Destroyer Colts and all sorts of things. And Cyberneticus. There's many. Consider the Mechanicus like there's a baron who has this number of vassals, and over here there's a lord and he has titans, and then over there's another supreme lord and he has titans, and he also has this forge as well, and he sometimes fight with these other guys, but they're mainly with him, and they're all under the umbrella of the Ordo Reductor cult. So when the Ordo Reductor would call them to war, they'd probably begrudgingly, half of them would probably begrudgingly go to war, and the other half would go, okay, let's go fight, because the Ordo Reductor like to worship in the majesty of the machine spirit in its most purest form, and the most purest form of the machine spirit given flesh is in war, is in tearing stuff down, in building machines that can deatomize machines. That is the purpose, and that is the power of the machine God made manifest. So that's the Ordo Reductor. And that's a rough guide on how the Mechanicus are laid out, and lately the Adeptus Mechanicum. But there's a lot more Scutari legions left over after 30k, because most of the big guns did certainly tire. Tim Chaser, member for 7 months. Thank you very much. Glad you're feeling better. I'm getting there. It's a progression. We're bouncing. I'm saying this bouncing anyway. That gets me on track. Thank you very much for mentioning it. Let's get back on track. Where are we? New Year's resolution, drink that, I'm on it. So in order to feel better about the hobby, I had to jettison a few things like AdMech and the Custodies. I packed up in a box, gave to Liam Dempsey. YouTube channel, check out Liam Dempsey's YouTube channel. I gave it to him and he's got, I don't know, it's Custodies. I want to say 5,000 points of paid Custodies, but let's make a joke, 50,000 points of paid Custodies. And that's been there for 6 months. So I got rid of my AdMech. I got rid of the Custodies, I stopped playing an AdMech pretty much, and I stopped playing Orcs pretty much. And how privileged am I to turn around and say, I just don't want to play those armies anymore. They're dragging me down. Imperial Knights, that was the go-to codex for easy, right? You get little Timmy, you say, here Timmy, here's a couple of knights, here's the rulebook, here's your codex. Simple, they only do these things. And now, Knights, here we go. So I've stopped playing. I mean, I will play with them a bit, maybe. But I'm in the privileged position when I can say no to that. Let's play this instead. And Death Guard are pretty good. And start a whole Necrons thing. And I've got about 5,000 points worth of Necrons now. This weekend I painted 10 Warriors and 10 Immortals. So that was a thing. And I've got something down there that I can't talk about. And some more Immortals up there and there. And thank you to the community for sending loads of things through. And the Magnets finally turned up from Elements so I can do the rest of my Destroyers. And, oh yeah, that was it. I've done a test painting for the Emperor's Children that I'll be doing for the first. But that was the other thing. I stopped playing. We'll get on to 30k. I was privileged enough to stop playing the armies that I would. Here's another thing. Feel badsies. There are some armies out there that just feel bad to play against, right? I mean, list them, guys. What armies do you think are the worst armies to play against? Here's a couple of examples for you. Custodies, they turn off reroll to wound. I thought I could do that. No, you can't do that. Suddenly you want to go charging in. They turn off they slow down your charge with Tanglefoot Grenade. That feels. Suddenly there's things in your army that you thought it could do, certainly couldn't do. Harlequin's a really good example. You can't hit them on 1, 2, 3s. So that means your Custody has got just as much chance to hit. Your Custody's running as well. Yeah, if you could get him to hit on 5s, he'd have just as much chance to hit as an Orc. So you're going Eldar, all but guard, always Eldar. Yeah, feel bad armies, Eldar. you know, Craftworld Eldar, that is. There's a lot of feel-bad factions out there. Admech are another one where I'm shooting everything I can at the unit. Well, they've got a 2+ save now. WYSIWYG used to be a thing. Guys, do you remember WYSIWYG? Igor, or I'll never... Thank you for your donation, Igor Ollie. I'll never be able to get your name right. Thank you for the love. Love you too. Love you too, hun. WYSIWYG used to be a thing, right? Do you remember WYSIWYG? Does anyone know what WYSIWYG is? Are we all young here? Does someone know what WYSIWYG? It was actually in the rule book as a rule before, like, 8th edition. I think it was in there. I'm waiting, class. We're literally losing viewers. What you see is what you get. Adam Lynn, you win a prize. Stuart Seymour, John Noble, the Emperor remembers. Yes, he does. Well done, Vats. Yes, what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. And that meant that if you had a guardsman with a las cannon, he's got a las cannon. If you got a guardsman with a flamer, he's got a flamer. What you see on that vehicle is on that vehicle. That Land Raider has some las cannons and a heavy bolter. I bet it shoots those weapons. What you see is what you get is a fundamental part of 40k, and it's kind of gone a bit. The feel badsies I'm talking about. I can look at two identical units and one of them have increased toughness or better saves. Or I could look at that unit and it's about to charge. Here's a unit that charged me and it bounced a little bit, maybe killed one or two. And here's another unit that charges me and it's the same unit and it eats everyone. And beforehand, the feel badsies, those surprise moments came through from spells. You would see it coming. Or a chaplain, you know what a chaplain does. But now there's some stratagems that just do that all the time. But worse than that, you can build armies around field badsy moments, and that just feels bad. So I stayed away from armies that made me feel bad, which then, how are we getting on? Yeah, Harlequins. You know what I mean? WYSIWYG. I mean, even some, it doesn't really work on vehicles because people can throw out shrouding to vehicles and +1 toughness to vehicles, and you see it happen. But when someone says, I'm playing this thing is, I've paid points for this thing to become this thing. I do it sometimes with the Gorkanaut. You pay the points on the thing or upgrade with the Warlord trait or a big mech body thing and suddenly it's hitting on 2s or something. People, and then you upgrade. Tyrannus is another good example. Dermic Symbiosis. Here's all my monsters, but that one's got a 4+ invulnerable save. At least you see that coming, but it's not like they're all and in the heat of battle. Which one's got the 4+ invulnerable? Damn it, I maneuvered. They're becoming more common, and WYSIWYG, I think, worked in previous editions because you knew what stuff does, which leads me back to 30k. But we're not finished on 40k yet. We've got to talk a bit more about 40k, because I didn't just say no to certain armies I played or played against or tried to cut them out of my life. The feels bad moments. I mean, who's had a really bad feels? I want to, a feel bad moment hit me. I'll try and remember one. Anyway, as well as cut that, I'll try and remember to jump in. And like the stream and things. What are we on? We're on 11. We're on the 11th birthday. We're on the Bilbo Baggins' 11th birthday of likes. Like the stream, damn it. That's what I've been seeing the other people, and that's what they say, and they're like that. Do it now or a puppy gets it. Is that professional? Can you threaten puppies on stream? That was a joke, right? There's no puppy here. I don't know. Terrified. Or am I really? 130, there we go. We banged out 30 likes well away. Thank you, I appreciate that. More than 30 likes. So we banged out 20 likes, no, because on the thing. No, it was 30 likes. I can math. What are we talking about? Magnets help with WYSIWYG. They do, yes. I came to magnets late in the discussion, but I highly recommend magnets. What do you think of the new 2-inch engagement range in Ert? Yeah, that works. It doesn't matter. If the engagement range is 1 inch or 3 inch, it doesn't matter. If it's the same for everyone, it's the same for everyone. That's the rule, so it came out that way. Happy 4th of July. Oh yeah, it is. It's the American thing, isn't it? Is that the one? Is the 4th of July the one with the turkey? I don't know. Or is it Christmas? Humorless Milk, am I looking forward to Thursday? Yes, I am, Humorless Milk, and you know you need to rechange your name to Jerome, right? Because Humorless Milk is Jerome from Necromunda Season 2, currently running in the deployment zone. Town can feel bad, right? I think there's... What are we talking about? What? It's not the one with the turkey. It's the one where they wasted a load of tea. Okay. What do you have, Fritz? What do you have as a recommendation for new players that enjoy the game but not so much the building hobby aspect of 40k? Enjoy the game but not building hobby. Enjoy the game but not building and hobbying. Then you should get into the lore if you're not into the lore already, and you should definitely read Gaunt's Ghosts. If you lean more towards, and that's Imperial Guardsmen in the trenches doing... It's people trying to survive in the 41st millennium. Don't get attached to too many of the characters, because Night Lords trilogy from Aaron Damsky-Bowden, if you like your flavour of chaos, but you should definitely get into the lore. And if other people in the chat could answer that question for Fritz, you know, he enjoys the game, but not so much the building hobby aspect. So there's enjoy the game. Well, Dawn of War 2. Or play, I don't know how you talk to Fritz, people. Adrian, thanks you for your donation, and wants to thank me about mental health, which is weird. It happens, but thank you for your thanks. I really appreciate it. I part of the reason for talking about it is because if I talked about it, it might be able to help one person, and so knowing that it's helped at least one person is like, it makes it worthwhile. And then Nick, you think that the 30k AdMech models will go to 40k? I think some of them would. I think there's absolutely no reason, if Games Workshop like re-plasticize their Heresy line, which they're doing, right? And Adrian and Aaron, thank you for both being members. But yeah, when Heresy is going to get loads of plastic, we've seen the plastic, there's going to be more plastic, and the best thing they could possibly do is plastic all Heresy as quickly as possible. And if you all heresied as quickly as possible, all the heresy, then there's no reason why when the next Space Marine Codex comes out, or there's no reason why you can't launch a standalone book or a PDF, a free PDF of people saying, here's all the data sheets from the heresy that you can bring in 40k that are still around, legend slots, things like that. Officially, so basically, if they plasticked all, hear me Games Workshop if you're out there, plastic all of Heresy as quickly as possible. Gets loads of people playing Heresy as quickly as possible, which means Heresy spreads faster. And free, I'd make it accessible as possible. Free PDFs to download, and or a free book that you give away at the stores saying, here's all the data sheets for all of this range, because clearly there's some of the range that you can't take into 40. Here's what it is officially that you can take if you got Space Marines. You would sell so much, you would move so much plastic, because half of the people that I talk to are collecting the Heresy stuff for the Heresy stuff, and half are collecting it for the models and Firstborn Space Marines army. So, Space Marine on Space Marines, it's the future, right? Well, it's not the future, but it is one path, one pool of people who really like playing that game can hang out like AOS and like 40k. And the more those games cross over, you'll pick up people on the edges and they'll bleed into the other systems. The more they cross over, the easier it'll be for people on the edges who are looking at new systems and looking at new model ranges. Easier for them to get into, as accessible as it can be for them to get into. So overlap at the core. Anyway, where are we? Half the Legion still need Assault Marines to spoilers, lots of stuff. So talking to Fritz, well done. So yeah, I stopped playing. Are we still with me on this personal journey of discovery? I've told you you're going to be you're being my counselor this evening. This is welcome to my brain. So I stopped playing some stuff with certain armies, and the other thing I did is I pretty much stopped playing match play. I play a bit, maybe 1 in 20 games of match play, and who in the stream is chasing the meta right now? Who is trying to keep up with everything? Is chasing the meta right now. How do you poll this? Create poll. Here we go. Who, bear with me by the way, who are you? Are you is the question. Oh no, not chasing the meta. Are you keeping up right now? No, are you staying up? What am I saying? You've got to be on it. It's the people who are on it. Are you on it right now? Are you on it right now, guys? Right now. Yeah, are you on it right now? Question mark, exclamation mark, question mark. Ask your community. Guys, who's on it? Because I decided I'm not going to be on it anymore. I think if you take the cream off the top and stop, because it is so intense. If you just stop, no more match play for me. I might play some of that. What was the new one? Prior Nexus? No. Nachmund? No. The last one? I don't even know. So like, no, bin that off. Now, I like that there is a area where that exists. So those who are on it right now, stay on it and are rewarded for being on it. Let's face it, if you were chasing the meta in Call of Duty online, or if you were chasing the meta in, say you've got your old GTA account running for the last 9 years, and you're trying to stay on the meta with that, doing your dailies and things, you're chasing the meta there. And there's a place for these people to play who want to chase the meta. And the turnover in that place is high, the number of games is high, the rules turnover is high, the updates are high, is high, and that's what you need to stay on top of that wave. And I did it a bit when I run I don't mention it very much, but the No Retreats Legends trophy over there by beating other legends, including Lawrence Baker from Tabletop Tactics. Absolutely love that guy. Adrian or Bridger from Tabletop Titans. So many people with tabletop scenics, tabletops at IKEA. So yeah, I did that, and you can do that. So it's great. And Adam Lynn, thank you for your donation. You've helped more than one person. Thank you. Sometimes the only way to feel better is to talk about being down, and sometimes that's all you need. Yes, one of the things I learned was not being okay it's okay not to be okay. It's okay. People feel not okay all the time. So if you don't feel okay, that's okay. And you can talk to someone about it. And if you've got someone who's loving and kind and genuinely interested in you, in your life, and I hope to God you have, and I like to think that most people have, if it's their parents or even second relative removed or something, at least someone's got something, and that person genuinely wants the best for you, then if you're not feeling okay, it is okay to say that to that person. And because they're that person, they'll just listen to you. They'll want to hear. So yeah, where did I get to? So no match play. So stop playing match play. Where are we in our poll right now? We are about a quarter say yes are on it right now, and 3/4 aren't, which is good. That's a good health. That is a healthy figure, actually. Let me explain. Imagine the future of 40k where there is so imagine clearing it all away. Imagine 10th edition. And I don't think this will happen at 10th edition. I think this will probably happen at 11th edition because it takes a long time to turn the ship around. So 10th edition will be like a patch, but 11th edition hopefully will be a reset. But this is what should happen, because a quarter of people are on it and 3/4 of people are not on it. Is having a quarter of people clear all the decks away and whatever so that the game becomes accessible, make the game accessible again, and have a community where 25% of people are on it all the time, that they're following these monthly updates or 6 monthly updates, and they're getting, and you've got to play primary, secondary, tertiaries, quadraries. You have to play different objectives within that particular mission pack. And everyone else who's playing and are not on it right now for whatever reasons, because maybe you're just a painter, or maybe you don't care, or maybe you're pissed off with Games Workshop, or maybe you're actually deep into collecting a whole force and planning it out with your friends and playing it every now and then, or maybe you don't even paint, maybe you just play every now and then, and you don't care about all that stuff. You like to keep an eye on it, you like to see what's strong and what's not strong, and you understand it churns over all the time, but maybe you're just completely like carbon neutral on this. There's lots of people, for lots of reasons, that aren't on it, and right now it's about a third of people are on it. So we're looking at between 25% and 30%. Let's just say between a quarter and a third of people are on it. And if that stays the same for the next decade, great. Anyone can get on it if it's stable and the whole ecosystem's stable. And then, yeah. So I said no to that. I don't want to be on that anymore. And I think we're now in an edition where they are trying to make that separate thing on it. I think that's what they've been trying to do really badly. I think 9th came along. Here's the Match Play Edition. Everyone will like it. Anyway, so let's get back to me. Let's end this poll. Welcome to my... What are we talking about? You're still talking to Fritz. Well done, chat, for helping Fritz out with his questions about how and what to do. And if anyone has any questions for the chat, then ask them. Consider they're great counselors, they're great listeners, and they're listening in right now, and they're helping me an awful lot. And maybe they can help you too. Maybe if everyone in the world just helped a little bit more, or help one person, I don't know. I try and help people. I fail all the time, and I forget to sometimes. I think we all do. But the intention is, gotta have the good intention. So I started feeling positive about things a bit, and I think that was wrapped up with stopping being on it in 40k and paying attention, obviously, because this is what I do for a living. So I pay attention, but I'm not going to try and beat people all the time. And I'm going to try and enjoy. I like it when the plasma pistol explodes. I like it when your rhino blows up. I like it. I think this is the difference between people who are really competitive players and people who don't care. People who are in it for fun and to enjoy themselves, or people, whatever. You've got the people who are really... I've met... I mean, God bless for competitive players, right? They're the people who win gold medals at Olympics. But competitive people want to flatten out any of the craziness, the wackiness, the comedy moments, the trips up, the thing that only... The time when the orc fires a thing and he fires himself. Those moments. The competitive players want to... The RNG. Want to reduce the RNG in video game turns. But people who aren't competitive, most of us, I think, I like it when plasma guns blow up. I like it when that small charge fails. I like it when the vehicle blows up and kills a few things and blows up the vehicle next to it only on a couple of wheels. That's funny. That's part of the reason why I play the games, to see the funny things happening. So, yeah. So competitive players like to reduce RNG, but in the chaos of the 41st millennium, you want chaos, I think. So I found my niche. I found out that if you stop playing armies that you don't want to play and play 40k your way, you'll actually quite enjoy 40k. And yeah. So those are the things I stopped doing. And how privileged am I to be able to go, well, that whole army, if it was my only army, no wonder why people are leaving the hobby. No wonder why people are leaving the hobby. Because most people don't have the opportunity just to put an army down. And most people certainly don't have an opportunity to just stop and change their way of playing, because the club that they go to, everyone is trying to keep up with each other. Like, guys, are there a lot of you? Are you? Let's do this again. There's a poll. Are you? No. 1 minute. end that one. I need to create another poll. No, that's not the poll. This one. That's poll. Yes. No. Is that another poll? YouTube. So if I click that, does it all... Ah, here we go. Right. Are you in an arms race? Yes or no? This is interesting as well, because we've discovered together, we've discovered that about a half to a third of my viewers, so how representative of that is of the GW community is. So it's going to be a deviation of maybe 5%, 10% that way, 5-10% that way, maybe higher, maybe I'm being too arrogant, maybe it's double one way, double the other way. But it's certainly a representative of a community that about a quarter of people are not chasing right now. So surely the majority of the market, you've got to help the people who aren't chasing and also make it as accessible as you can for some of those people to play the games as easily as they can. Because when you're playing games, you buy more stuff. It's physics. So it's maths and stuff. So now I'm asking basically, are you in an arms race? And about 25% of you say, yes, you are in an arms race. And the reason why I'm asking that is because that figure is scarily aligned to the number of people that are also chasing the meta. So maybe all those people are just in the natural arms races, but it's interesting. That's where it is. Heretic Dave. Hi, Heretic Dave. Love you. I did a video with Heretic Dave recently from Heretic Dave 40K's YouTube channel. He's in the chat, and that one's coming out tomorrow. Dave, in the deployment zone. Have you heard anything about the guard codex? Will it be? I haven't, and I couldn't say if I did. Anyway, if anyone asks me about stuff, then I literally can't say until you can officially hear stuff. And I don't think I think I'm pretty good at, because there's so much stuff going on that I just don't even think about it and don't watch it and don't listen to it and don't get involved with it until I know that. Anyway, I believe it, but need to remember the game of toy soldiers. It's meant to be fun. Yeah, it's a game of toy soldiers. It's meant to be fun. That's the point. So have fun winning, or just have fun. Like I said before, you can't win every single game, but you can have fun every single game. So try and have fun every single game, and then surely you win every single game. And if you help your opponent have fun every single game as well, whether you win, lose, or draw, then every single game of 40k that you have could be fun. Right, I'm going way off track, so I'll stop doing some stuff. Let's end that poll. So yeah, arms race. Maybe that helps fuel that, yeah. Or maybe the people who do want to chase the meta get involved with the people. Anyway, so I was in an arms race and have been in more than one arms race since I've been in the hobby. I've been in about, I want to say 2 proper arms races. Only 2, but they last and they're expensive. So we'll end that poll, and then I'll go on to my last point. I think it's my last point. At this point, I want to say thank you for following the stream. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing and supporting me over these years. Put me in a position where I can actually sit here and just talk to you about this stuff. It's weird. But here we are. What do we do? But here we are. Do you know what I mean? Here we are. It's just here we are. What more can I say? We're here. This is the thing now. I'm 49. There wasn't a career. I couldn't, when I was growing up, my teacher couldn't ask me, hey little winters, hey little autumn, you're about to drop some of your leaves and get older. And when you get older, you can have so many little micro aches and pains. And you'll say, teacher, what is a micro ache or pain? Well, these are pains that only happen to you when you get a little bit older. They won't happen to you when you're young. Oh, what sort of pains, teacher, are you talking about? Well, one day you might sneeze and put out your back, or sometimes you might pick up a mug off the counter and twinge your shoulder and it twinges for 2 days, even though you're just picking up a mug. Just best. Here's some ibuprofen. What's ibuprofen, teacher? It's just going to be your new best friend in adult years. And that's, they didn't tell you these things, did they? So Cynthia Nelly, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Love you, love you, love you so much. So yeah, where are we? How did it come to this? Yes, so the teacher can ask me, do you want to do this? And I say, yes, teacher, I'll be a thing when I grow up, because it didn't exist, okay? Microwaves didn't exist, or CD players and things like that. I mean, Sultan, I think I'm like 2 years older than his mother or something. It's incredible. Still haven't met her, but I hear that she's a lovely lady. Sultan in the chat. Sultan, I'm terribly sorry. Adrian's in the chat. Sasha V's in the chat. Sathan, lots of people in the chat. This is professional, isn't it? Do you notice how every now and then I actually stop the stream of conscious and turn around to pay attention to what you're saying? How long have we been going for? And we have Ol as well, the name that I cannot say at all, gifted 5 members, and Fabulous Bill has been a member for 7 months as well. So thank you for all those gifted subs, people. What is the time? I've got my phone here. I shouldn't even look at it on the computer. So yeah, the part of the intention of me doing these live streams as well is not to take you too far away, not to kidnap you for so long. I don't want to ramble forever. I want it to be about an hour and a half max, and I think we've burned through an hour almost already. So are we still here? I hope you're enjoying the stream. So why is Winters feeling positive about 30k and 40k? Well, one, I'm feeling a bit more positive in my life, and it took me by surprise. The feeling was like, what is this? And it was creepy, and then I realized I'm actually feeling quite positive and actually looking forward a bit. So that happened to me. And then feeling positive about 40k and 30k happened because I'm in enough of a position to leave other shit behind, armies and in whole play systems essentially. Fabius, thank you. Captain Anopheles, thank you for being a member for 7 months. So yeah, so keep it an hour, so half hour maybe. Looking forward to the squats. The squats look lovely, don't they? Those chonky boys today, they look very lovely. I imagine they're going to sell a lot of squats. I hear some people, so I talk to a lot of people, I get a lot of messages, surprise, surprise. I hear a lot of positivity, a lot of interest in the squats at least. More than normal. I've allowed it happened with the sisters as well. The sisters released 1 and 2. That happened with them. So I stopped doing a bunch of stuff, and then I started, I think this is what helped drag me out, the 40k journey of starting a whole new faction. I started the Necrons at the beginning of the year as part of the Hobby Apocalypse thing, and I'm up to about 5,000 points in Necrons, so I'm really proud of that. And then all this Horus Heresy stuff started. And I'm very interested in the Horus Heresy stuff. 1, because I've got a Mechanicum army. 2, because I freaking love the Horus Heresy. And I've read them all the way through twice. And I've read individual chunks of them like more than twice, maybe 3 or 4 times. Like I think I've done the first 4. It's like 5 or 6 times. And then No Fear and Betrayer a couple of times. Siege of Terror, no, that's just the twice, but it feels fresh because it's... So I love them, and now I'm finally listening to it through an audio drama. We're up to Legion now, and this is going on in the middle of the Horus Heresy release. And I'm so excited to do the 40k thing. So I've sent off a chunk of stuff to Den of Imagination, and I've ordered some bits I talked about in this last live stream, and I'm really looking forward to new bits of Power Armor coming out. And I'm looking forward to sharing my 30k hobby journey with you. So the Necrons was a positive push forward. 30k is a positive push forward. I've even written a 3,000 point list already for the Death Guard. And if you'd like to donate any money to my Horus Heresy projects, there's the Sons of Horus are pretty taken care of. We need Death Guard from Istvan 3, Emperor's Children from Istvan 3, and the World Eaters from Istvan 3. The idea is to do about 3,000 points of every single Legion, get them painted, get them done, and then you can go good guys and bad guys, and that will keep. And along with the Mechanicum, that I've got next door, and the plastic Mechanicum kits. There's got to be plastic Mechanicum kits, right? I don't know, and even if I did know, I couldn't say, and I'd say I don't know. So you don't know if I don't know, but I'm telling you I don't know, and I don't know what I don't know, and I don't know that I don't know. No, that I do know that I don't know. Plastic Mechanicum stuff, right? Massive kettles with laser beams on the top, with flame tea that goes out like D6. Anyway, it'll be glorious. So I'm looking forward to the giant kettle of Mechanicum Doom. Why haven't Forge World made an Aeneid Theon? Forge World made a Theon model. I believe 40k has made a Theon model. So if anyone wants to help me do the 4 loyalist forces from Isfahan 3, that would be lovely. So I'm looking forward to the Necrons. I'm doing the heresy stuff anyway. Sons of Horus, Den have got that. And I'm feeling that I should also do something to expand the Winters SEO YouTube channel a bit as well. So I'm feeling positive about 30k and 40k and my YouTube and what I could do with it. And so I feel like I've got a unique set of skills. I feel like I'm a bit of an equalizer when it comes to 40k. I'm trying to shout quite loudly to Games Workshop if they want to listen that, whoa there, you went a bit too far. Rein that in, please. We had a good thing. But at the same time, enjoy the journey, right? You've got to enjoy the journey. This is my hobby. And we came so far and we reached so high and we looked each day and night in the eye in 8th edition. And we're still so young and we hoped for more. But now we're in 9th. And we can keep looking back. But as Ragnar Blackmane says, don't look back. You're not going that way. Instead, look to the future and enjoy the journey. And I think I'm beginning to enjoy the journey. Heretic Dave, fun for the fun god, cash for the cash throne. Heretic Dave, love you so much. Check out Heretic Dave 40k on YouTube. Do you miss the days when the rules were just an index? David Potter asks. I believe, and I said so in a video, one of the talking head funny ones that I try and do every now and then. I did one on DZ recently that I was quite proud of, the WoW video. That was quite good. I've said before, I think every edition should release with an index. And I know that sounds a bit crazy, but Chaos Space Marines just got their wound after 5 years of waiting. We're still waiting for an Imperial Guard Codex. Oh, dear. Imagine if the edition just reset with indexes every time. It would mean that someone's got a codex at the end of the life cycle of an edition, and then potentially that codex could be null and void within a year. Within 6 months would be horrific, but within a year. And thank you, Yeston Jones, for your annual gifted memberships. Every week he comes in, Yeston Jones, and gives me the gift. See, I'm remembering you now. I see you. Thank you so much. Where the hell was I? Yeston, here we go again. Remind me where I was. Someone write down and tell me what I said. I'll read this thing, and someone, because Fabulous Bill just gave me a death to the false emperor. Also, are you going to get Stylus on with his COD B army to showcase the new codex? I think that's Creations of Bile army. When is? I book way ahead. See, Stylus, I did ask him out again after he did the Silver Cage narrative campaign that we did. So obviously that took a bit of time. And he did come round recently with Monkey, him and Monkey, and had a game. And that one's done. And that's He-Man versus Skeletor. Thousand Suns versus Space Wolves. With the He-Man and Skeletor. With the Castle Grayskull Bastion there. So he came round for that. And then I asked him after that, would you mind coming round? Let's book in something now. and he'd, let's just say, he'd used all of his husband points about after those things, coming all the way for a weekend or a whole day away from the family and kids. So yeah, Stylus, if you're listening, or someone if there's listening and they've got Stylus on the speed dial, please tell him that let's get a game on with his Creations of Bile, please. Right, what was I talking about? Dear, don't mention the guard. What was I talking? Indexes. Yes, so indexes to reset every edition. So those that come out at the end, it would suck for them, particularly if the new edition. But what you can do is at the end of all the codexes, you set the index, then you release all the codexes, and then a year after the end of the codex, you have a reset, not like not an edition reset, but you know, like Psychic Awakening dragged across how many goddamn books, and now we have the Octarius dragging out across so many. And you know how those books came out before even some codexes was released? Imagine there was an index, we got all of our codexes, and then obviously the edition, their pace. After that one, you could drop a Psychic Awakening, you could drop an update book there for everyone, which will carry, except for the last 3 or 4 codexes. I mean, how hard could it be? Obviously very hard. Okay, there's some people working very hard at this job. They're working very hard. It's just the people above them are complete idiots. So yes, I'm feeling positive about 40k and 30k. I'm feeling positive about talking to myself in front of the community. I'm feeling positive about, it's about, well, that was it. I stopped doing the games. No, stop playing with the armies that I didn't want to play with, and stop playing the types of games that I didn't want to play with, and just focused on the part of the hobby that I wanted to focus on, which is my hobby with my friends and with my community. And that's what I did, and enjoy the journey, not just the destination. So this is where we are. We reached so high, but this is where we are. And you know what? You skim the cream off the top. And off the top of all the, if you don't chase, and you can chase, and it's glorious that some people do chase, but if you don't chase, because the cream is so high above now, the game is so, if you focus on the core and just have some fun, you can have a lot of fun. So this weekend, Mr. AP Burn played his first game of 9th edition in Warhammer 40k in like 9 months. He played a lot of Necromunda, played a lot of Bolt Action and other stuff, and he's a big 40k buff. And yesterday he played his first game of Warhammer 40k in 9 months with his custom built Tanith, first and only infantry regiment, which he's posted up DZTV Braxcallion on Instagram. You'll see the pictures there. And on my Instagram, there's a picture there. But it was the Tanith first and only versus the Blood Pact. And not only was that epic to film, because I wasn't playing in it, Brap was the Blood Pact, and AP Burn was the Tanith first and only, and they played 9th edition. And it was epic. And so not only did I chance to film it and not play it, which stops my brain from overloading, but the banter in the room, because there was also Mikey P was in the room, so there's 4 of us in the room. So one thing I didn't expect to come out of it, I thought a good narrative, but obviously narrative writes itself, right? You just have to put those glorious characters down, and then the narrative goes. So it just flows. So I was in a room with 4 friends, or 4 of us in total, and we were just having a jolly good time playing 40k, sweating our balls off because the sunshine was punching right through the window, but it was lovely. Once a day, every day, Champione, smash that one down. A couple of weeks ago, I was moving some stuff. I think I actually did a bit of cleaning. And she was like, what's that at the bottom of the bottle? Because I think I was in the kitchen, and I was like, oh, it's just leave it. And then a couple of days later, because I left it, she said, leave it, right? If she says leave it, does that mean you touch it? Is that what she wanted all this time? And I put it, she said leave it, so I did the thing, so I left. Okay, as far as I was aware, this had no existence in the material plane for me anymore, because she said, leave it. The child is on fire and burning. She says, leave it. I walk away. The child, it could be a trap. It could be a fake dolly, right? And inside the fake dolly is some explosive Xenos disease, and they draw you in with the flames thinking, oh, bait, and you go to beat it out, and then it explodes. The Xenos disease splats all off you. The flames burn your skin a little bit so it can get in through the cracks and transform you so that you run around like with your arms like this all the time, and you mainly eat M&Ms. I mean, what kind of... You wouldn't live very long. There's no nutrient... Well, they're actually protein. There's probably quite a lot of nutrients in them. But it'd be hard to feed yourself. And people would like take you out to lunch and say, hi, sit down. I see you've been eating lots of M&Ms recently. If we sit you down, have a drink to each other, would you like something other than M&Ms? Here's a lovely nice steak tartare. Ever tried raw steak before with a little bit of onion and garlic sprinkled on top? There you go. And you would go, no, I just want to eat M&Ms. So it would be terrible, right? Dave B, what back rep are you most proud of and why? I can't answer that question because I don't have most things. When people say, what's your favourite movie? I can't give an answer. I can give you what are the best movies of all time right now answer. Or what is the greatest Taurus heresy? I can give you that answer. Or where is your most favourite place on... Maybe it's an age thing. Like, what's your favourite food? And I like food. But your taste buds change. And you discover more things which are delicious as you get older, so you must always try the things when people give you the things. So when you say what back rep are you most proud of and what, I don't know, I wasn't there. I was mainly in a disembodied state. Only about 80% of me was there, 20% of me was with you. So where was I? So she said put it down. What was I talking about? Yes, the bottle. So I left it there, okay? I like chicken. I like chicken too. Chicken's delicious. My cat, P90, loves chicken. Absolutely goes, what's your favourite colour M&M? See? I don't, So anyway, I put this down. And then a couple of days later, she said, what's in the bottom of your once a day jug, your New Year's resolution? I said, I don't know. And she picked it up and she said, it's moulding. And I'm like, what? She said, mouldy in the bottom of your mug. And I remember it being cloudy the last couple of times I drank from it. And she's like, what, you've been drinking from a mouldy jug? When's the last time you cleaned that thing? And it's July. And I was like, you got to clean them? I put water in it every day. Drink the water. Water's clean, right? Back me up, right? Water's clean. I'd rinse it out every now and then with a bit of water. Because I was going to do that and I don't want to. I'd rinse it out every now and then and get the water out and leave it upside down on the thing, right? But you don't need to clean this thing, surely. Surely who knew? Do you need to... Yeah, your saliva and mouth isn't clean though. I beg to differ. My saliva and mouth is... Look, it's so clean. I eat it all the time. No, perfectly clean. I could lick myself clean with my saliva and mouth. It's that clean. When you cut yourself and you're like... That's how clean it is. You wouldn't get someone else sucking on your snake venom bite, would you? No. You wouldn't grab grandma in the street and like that. Grandma... She could have been anywhere. Grandma could be a dirty hoe, yo. So you don't grab the grandma. Instead, you lick your own thing on your thing, and that gets rid of all the blood, surely. Yes? So it's clean. So bacteria in your gob, but it's my bacteria. It's definitely clean, Winters. There we go. Nurgle Pete says Nurgle's rot. Nurgle Pete, of course, you're going to say Nurgle's rot. You're not going to say Zinch is rot, because what does Zinch know about rot? Apart from the ability to change things. No, you use alcohol. No, you don't put alcohol here. You put the lads in the army, we in mine, you'll be fine. Lol Winters. Thank you, Martin Brown. See, I'll be fine. There's a professional there. He knows what he's talking about. It's not like someone... One minute, someone peeing on me? Anyway, so there was mould in my jug, is what I want to say. And who knew you have to clean these? So I've cleaned it once. Well, that was like the end of June. So I have cleaned it once since then. if I'm back next week and I got my jug with me, because sometimes I've done my 2 litres or whatever it is before I sit down for the stream. Guys, listen to me. Yo, listen up. Have we got all ears? I need help. Seriously, I need help. This is an us process, not just a me process, okay? This is a we process. Can you feel it? There's lots of we tonight. We talked about weeing earlier on. Okay, so yeah, look, Mike Phillips. There's Mikey P. Mikey P, A Up Winters. It was a really fun weekend. It was. And Mike Phillips, why is your name not Mikey P in the chat? So everyone who knows who Mikey P is knows who Mikey P is. You told me that you got stopped at Games Workshop or Starbucks or something, like you're famous now, lad. Like you walked in, like doing I'm Mikey P, I'm Mikey P. Oh, look at me, I'm Mikey P. Like your Borat impression, and someone came up and did a selfie, wasn't it? Starbucks, or was it Starbucks in Swindon shut down? Swindon is the place Starbucks comes to die. That was in the town centre. How do we get the pleasure of a game? Winters, Crimson J, Wargaming. Look on YouTube. There's a thing. And you can email me that way, or join me in the deployment zone and ask me through my Discord. And it's a bit of a lottery. Where are we, guys? What are we on? What was I talking about? She said that was dirty, but I was talking about something professional beforehand, about enjoying 40k and things. And what was I talking about? Oh dear. What have I got there? So, yes, mate, hi. I think I've forgotten what I was talking about. And if I can't be prodded back on track, then I'll just sit around and talk to you for a bit and then bugger off. So that's it. So enjoy the journey. Let's finish it there. You've got to try and enjoy the journey, even if your water's unclean. I was telling you about the stuff and the thing. Someone was dying of laughter. What? Talk to me about your favourite 30k Ultramarine character. Again, it depends on the... Distracted by Mikey P, yes. Sorry, I arrive in chat and Winters is talking about his own personal version of bio-warfare. I don't know. You're not helping me at this point. So I had a good weekend and I'm enjoying the ride. I'm looking forward to developing some 30k armies and playing them on the channel and showing you what I do with them. I'm looking forward to playing with my friends and playing with certain people. I'm playing with certain individuals I meet off the internet through my Discord and stuff like that. So I like meeting people off the internet, particularly as I don't get outside very much. I was walking earlier on today, like from my car, from a mate's house, and I'm like walking, and it felt weird. Do you ever how long ago was it when your feet touched grass? The grass in front of my house, and we got fake grass front and back, so my feet don't touch grass for days sometimes. It certainly didn't touch grass on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yes, so we're good. So I think I've explained. Have I explained? I don't think I've explained why I'm positive for 40k and 30k right now. But that's why I am, because I'm positiver about some things, and one of the things I'm playing 40k my way. I'm enjoying the kind of 40k that I like to play, and I'm looking forward to also developing this channel, YouTube channel, a bit. So stay tuned, people. I'll answer a few more questions, then I will bugger off. So is there a miniature you don't have yet and look forward to getting? Yes, all the Emperor's Children breastplates on Mark II or Mark IV armor. So they are Emperor's Children miniatures, full Emperor's Children range with preferably door plates and turret things that you can swap out on your tanks or on your dreadnought to make them really look Emperor's Children. If you could change only one thing about 40k, what would it be? I would change it to a D100 system. So sometimes you'd have to roll like 20 D100s, and then add up 89 with 42, with 21, with 57, with 89, with 60, with 12, with 85, with 3, with 45, with 71, with 63, stuff like you just easily add that up. But D100, it would make the game, it would flatten out some of those RNG moments. If you could, anyone else from Alaska, I'm certainly not. Strongest army in 40k at the time, with the meta shifts up and down on all of 479. Thank you, Animal Lynch. Strongest army in 40k right now, I don't know. It's probably gonna be Tyranids or Harlequin still. It changes every 3 months, so yeah. Do Taylor right? Yes. So I think we're now just chatting. I think I've done my stream. I think we've gone on for long enough. And unless anyone's got anything serious to add, I'll bugger off. Who's sending me messages? Is this important? Do I need to react to this live on stream? Oh, it's Alex. Alex SEO. Am I about tomorrow? Yes, sir. We've got to do the shops. I've got them to do, which I can't show you. I've got a video to edit. And yes, I'm about. So how are we doing? Are we okay? And then there's loads of messages. 7 messages. Yeah. Most of them are YouTube telling me that my stream started, then stopped, and then started. Much love from Switzerland. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. Yeah, so I appreciate you following me on this journey, and look forward to showing you what happens in the future. And I know there's some people out there not interested in this kind of content at all. They just want the battle reports because I've got some kind of knack for telling some kind of story. So I appreciate the people who just watch me for that. Thank you so much. And the people who watch me for, and yes, it's just amazing. Like I said, I couldn't imagine when I was growing up. I literally couldn't imagine, because this sort of thing didn't exist when I was growing up. Neither did the microwave or the DVD player. So thank you thank you for the highs. And now, unless your last chance, has anyone got a serious question, I will answer a couple more questions, and increase the peace, increase the love. Someone asked a question about your Zoanthrope conversion. Yeah, the Zoanthrope wasn't converted by me. I don't know how they did it. It's a bit of a Zoanthrope, bit of a Neurothrope, and some spiky bits stuck in. You're excited about, Alan is very excited about the future of 9th. Feels like 9.5, good. Where'd you buy your hats? I only have one hat, and it wasn't bought. I was born with it. I'm reading No Fear to my girlfriend at the moment. Oh, No Fear is one of the best books, man. Telemachus as well. Yes, one of the best books. Where can I find a pic of your Neurothrope? I don't know. There might be one out there. There might not be. Easton Jones gifted another 5 memberships because he's an absolute tank. Well done. What's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? African or European swallow? Any campaign... I was going to stop it there because that was a good one to end on. But Flashbangs asks, any campaign play coming down the road? There is one planned to film in this month, actually. So I don't know when that will go live. And we should film it all this month. Or it might finish. Is that one on the 14th of August? I don't know. 1 minute. No, that was cancelled. I think it finishes filming on the 14th of August. So you should get to see something in August. And then I've got something else lined up later after that. Because the brain only has so much bandwidth. And so there's a bit, and there's a bit, and there's a bit, and there's a bit. I've got to try and keep it spin as little plates as possible. So my brain is maximized for maximum bandwidth for just doing the thing and playing and having fun and sharing it with you guys. And that takes. So, right, we need to book something into. Yes, you do. What's your favorite color? No. It's Champion of Chaos 2 coming now. We have a codex. Not at the moment because Liam is really pissed off with that codex. I quite like it though. Games Workshop are very good at making other codexes a bit defunct, or the older things in a codex a bit defunct. They've done it forever. Part of the reason why I put the orcs down is because all the orcs that, and I got about 4,000 points worth of painted orcs, but even if I try and crunch together the most balls hardcore list, nearly swore really badly there. Oh dear. And with the models I have, and there's 4,000 points worth of painted orcs, I still can only get a list up to about 60 or 70 power. And so most normal lists have a chance of rolling them over quite... Anyway, they're very good at making older things defunct. And one of the things they did in the new Chaos Codex certainly is make Khorne Berserkers defunct and World Eaters armies feel pretty defunct for now. And certain builds feel pretty defunct for now, but I do contest that there are very few bad choices in that codex. There's quite a lot of interesting ways of playing, and the demonic side of things with obliterators, with possessed, with venom crawlers, that would be a good list, particularly with spells such as Master of Possession, backed up by a normal Malefica Discipline guy. I mean, the normal Malefica Discipline guy has got you Prescience and Hex, and you can do things to increase the Hex range. So those are really good spells and stay beyond 24 inches for Deny the Witch. And then you've got the Master of Possession back there, which is consistently doom enemy units within an 18-inch range for any Demonkin or Demon Engine units. So your Doom, your Venom Crawlers, your Disco Lords, your Mauler Fiends, your Obliterators, your Possessed, that way of thinking. But I'd go with Obliterators and Venom Crawlers. I'd back that up with, you're probably looking about 6 Oblit, 6 this, because you can also, with the Master of Possession, put one guy back in. He's like, it costs a war charge value of 5. You put an Obliterator back in, and that's a 90 wound Obliterator, and heal the one that's injured. So maybe 2 units of 3 of them. So that's 540 points. That's a good solid chunk. You can put triple Venom Crawlers forward. So that is, let's say, 900 points for triple Venom Crawlers and 2 units of 3 Obliterators. You can back that up with 2 solid units of Possessed. Going forward as well. You can chuck a Disco Lord in there as well. And then you've got Obliterators, 2 Thingbobs Possessed. Chuck a Demon Prince in there as well. And probably Chaos Cult it up. And then you've got a good list, which is what Games Workshop are leaning with their assault-based Chaos Space Marine Codex is leaning towards the assault way of doing things. The spells are good and complement each other and overlap each other. Most of the new models like Obliterators and Possessed and the new troops are pretty good as well, actually. The new Cultists, the Toughness 6 Cultists, because you can spawn guys back in. And they don't take morale, and the torments are strength 5 at -2, so they can actually hurt a little bit, but the codex leans towards some of the newer stuff, and in amongst the newer stuff there is interesting and newer ways of playing with that codex, which is and there's not very many bad choices in there. Like Chosen are good, 3 wound Space Marines with 4 attacks for 25 points. I'd sign that up in the 13th if I could. Chosen are good, Warp Talons are good, Dreadnoughts are pretty good now, just like they are everywhere else. Mauler Fiends are good. The Disco Lord going down to 9 wounds, good. Chen, thank you for joining the 13th, Legends, appreciate you. I'm rambling. I said I'd shut up about half an hour ago, so I'll shut up. Winters, how much did you enjoy the Mechanicum novel? Revenant, I refer to the Mechanicum novel as the Bible. It contains the hallowed tomes of the Omnissiah itself, the words of the Omnissiah itself, and shall forever be referred to as the 40k Bible. So whenever anyone says to you, when you're out and about and stuff like that, have you read the 40k Bible? You go, I know what you're talking about. That's Mechanicum. That's the hallowed book of the Adeptus Mechanicus. And yes, great book. And the reason why I call it the Bible is because before that book, before the book, the Bible of the Omnissiah, the Bible of 40k, before that book there wasn't really a tome, a solid piece of lore in one single place that ran for hundreds of pages devoted to the Adeptus Mechanicus. It was the first, and it portrays them so well. It just portrays them so well. Highly recommend Mechanicum. What advice would you give someone about to start a channel, looking to start one? If you're starting to stand a channel, be aware that it will become a hobby in itself. So on top of your hobby, you will, if you maintain it and if it grows, have two hobbies. And the second hobby will be maintaining and growing your channel. So is that something you can commit to in a year's time, in 2 years' time? How much time do you have? So seriously think about that side of things. And with that in mind, the second piece of advice I would give is don't run. Pace yourself at the very start, because people often and regularly overextend and overwork at the start. And so your audience, your new fledgling audience, your most precious and most loyal and firstest will expect a certain pace from you at that point. And then if you tail off later, 3 months in, 6 months in, a year in, then you'll lose a lot of goodwill from a community that you're wishing to develop. So you must pace yourself at the beginning and really think about it before you do it, because can you do two hobbies is the question. So thank you for listening to me. I will shut up now. Thank you for all the likes. Please subscribe, share. Thank you for entering my brain. Thank you for allowing me to get it all off my chest and explain why in my hobby life it's going okay right now. It's going good. I'm having moments of fun, and I couldn't have any of this without you, without your support, subscriptions, and just I wouldn't be here. So thank you, and happy wargaming. I think you no, 1 minute, I don't do that. Don't click on the thing, because then what happens if I click on the thing? It comes up with a thing that says not yet, and then I can do that one. So what I'm supposed to press is this one. So we'll cut that bit out. We'll start again with this. So thank you for your love and support. Remember, don't let grandma lick your arm. You know, you lick your arm yourself. Try to be nice to each other, and just trying to help other people from time. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Happy walk. A good job. Stay strong. I press this now. Bye. See, it's just one button. How am I only getting this now?